differences between old and new LOQ. Okay, if I keep waiting for the perfect moment, it's not going to happen. Let's start with some things. Okay, let's start with the major things and then we will move on. Okay, the first thing was the laptop is heavier. The laptop is heavier. Okay, in terms of build quality, it feels a lot heavier than the earlier LOQ. Yes, I have in fact touched and used the other LOQ. And the second thing is, that was the main first thing. Second thing was that okay, this is kind of difficult to navigate through. I found some settings in BIOS. I was really excited about it, only for a new BIOS update to come, and it just disabled all these updates. So all the settings like the battery drop protection, something that everyone had a problem with. Now, after, okay, in terms of thermals, I would say, in terms of thermals, when the fans actually ramp up, the thermals are excellent. Okay, when the fan ramps up, the problem is the fans don't ramp up that often. Okay, I just ran the, which test was it? It's not here. I ran Cinebench test and I undervolted the, oh yeah, this is the HX CPU. You can undervolt it. So I undervolted it by 0.02. The Cinebench score dropped from 22,000 to only 17,000. This was just a test, but for that 70,000 score, the CPU temps was 55 degrees. Not 65, not 70, it was 55 degrees if the fans were running on full. However, that's an extreme scenario. In a normal, what I have seen is that the CPU, this was kind of thing that I was expecting, never actually pushed beyond 98 degrees. Okay. The laptop was thermal throttling a lot, so I actually opened up the laptop to see what
is the default
thermal paste is in it, and it did not have the what's the thermal paste name, Honeywell, whichever PTM paste. It does not have, it's the generic standard paste, so I just repasted it with Arctic MX4. It helped the temperatures a bit. Okay, so it before the temperatures it used to hit 9900. Later it came down a bit to 99, but it didn't help that much as I would have liked. Okay. I'm talking about the peak. Okay, so the peak happens like right away. The peak temperature hits right away, and then it settles down. So if I show you the Cinebench scores, let me just show you. All these are, by the way, on the live page. If you go on the live page, you will see this immediately. Did I run Cinebench? Yeah, here it is. If you see this graph, okay, it hits 197. It hits 97 degrees right away. It hits 130 watts, but it is unable to sustain that wattage. Okay, after 1 minute, you can see it comes down to 90 watts. And for this reason, that's the main thing. This reason, we are going to only check at its scores of the only to check its score for 90 watts, basically. That is, I think someone pointed this out in the stream. I forgot your name. He said that maybe this is the reason Lenovo gave a smaller wattage charger. Maybe they ran some tests and they realized this 14-inch CPU cannot sustain longer load. Anyways, I tried overclocking the CPU, but since this is my first time, it is taking a lot of time and I'm tired. I will do it. Let's see what things I can achieve. The basic gist is what I want to tell about this laptop is, in Geekbench I wasn't able to, in Geekbench, let's compare it to similar laptop here. In Geekbench, I tried a lot. It was, the performance difference was not as much as it was in 13700 HX. So simple as that. I couldn't figure out what it was. I made a speculation video. Oh, I think I didn't make that video live. Did I not make the video live? Okay, my bad. So the basic thing in that I was saying was, if you compare the this is the highest score of the SR Nitro AN 1772 and unreleased score of the CPU 2921 and 17,000, and here we have 13,596. And then basically I said that was what I said was, here is the thing. I don't know how this is happening. Maybe it's another unit, maybe it's some undervolting. I don't understand how this can change, but in my laptop it's 32 KB by 14. It's here at 64 KB. It's L1 data cache is just double, L2 cache is just double, L3 cache is completely same. The RAM is a bit different, but I don't think RAM can impact the performance this much. Okay, so what I mean by all this, that once again, just like before, we are going to stick to actual benchmarks instead of what the CPU can perform or might perform. Okay, we are not going to go over that. We are going to stick to what the performance of this laptop is right now. For now, there is only, you do not need to save 3,000 rupees for this. So I'm removing this laptop. I got this laptop which has, so no, for temporary time it has been removed. I think it's temporary. It has been removed from Lenovo's website, but it is available on Amazon. It is available on Flipkart. I would not recommend getting it from either of these places. Amazon you can, but these are expensive. You try to buy it, it's expensive. They have, as you can see, they have removed this, but you can still build the same configuration, and it is better to actually do this. Okay, this is better to actually do it, okay, because you get the 165 hertz screen instead of the 144 hertz screen which I have. So for that reason I would say to pick up this laptop. Okay, I'm just talking about this variant for now. The question is should you prefer this over a 13620H? Okay, and let's do some simple calculation. That's for 90,000. This is for 1,04,000. Okay, isn't that the difference? You lose 80 watt battery. Instead, you only get 60 watt hour battery. Battery is a test that is pending, and I will hopefully do it tomorrow or by tomorrow. By tonight, I will just put in some benchmarks that will run until the battery dies. Okay. So you go from 90,000 to 104,000, and you basically pay 14,000 more. But you lose the 16-inch screen, you lose the 80 watt hour battery, you lose the old LOQ design, you get the new LOQ, you get a bit of a performance bump. If you just look at Geekbench, it doesn't tell you the whole story. If you look at the Cinebench, you can see the 13620H goes to 1800 and 15500, whereas I was successfully able to, even in normal temps, you can see I was able to hit 22,000 very easily without doing anything. 20,500. This is after I have changed many settings on this laptop, but you can take the best one. So 22,484. So 22,484, and the single core score, I just ran it once. I think it can be higher because I ran it with all the benchmarks and everything. Okay, so if you see the difference here, okay, from here to here, it is a big difference. I would say it is significant enough difference to actually consider this laptop over the other one. As you can see, this is your 90K laptop. No, sorry, this one. No, not this one. Where is it? Yeah, this one. So this one from 18,550, you directly go to 22,484. So yes, there is a significant performance improvement, even if you only limit the CPU to the 8090 watts. which basically what it is performing under stress. However, in Red Dead Redemption 2 and in some benchmarks, we did see the CPU clocking to 5.1 gigahertz. I think that was the first thing we did today. I think you can see. Let's start it. I might not be able to. Okay, yeah, you can see here 515300, and CPU is performing 62 degrees. Because the temperatures are pretty good, I would say. 62 degrees. GPU is 43 degrees. Let's put it under load a bit. In gaming, it looks absolutely fine. Where is the last benchmark? Yeah, here it is. So the GPU can easily put 100 and pull 110 watt, 115 watt. That's no issues. Okay, and the CPU, as you can see, under 50 watts, it's basically 60, 70 degrees. So the main concern, the temperature, yeah, temperature is no more an issue. Uh, so yeah, there is a thermal improvement from here to here, even if the fans to the sides have reduced. Expecting this 1400 HX to perform as well as a proper, I mean, premium gaming laptop, I think you should lower your expectations a bit. Okay, don't expect this 1400 HX to beat out the premium CPUs. If it changes, I will make another video and I will delete this one. But from what I have seen now, I do not see it performing as well. All right, I don't see it performing as well. However, there is something that I will say. When I ran the Geekbench, sorry, TimeSpy, I have not been able to timestamp all this. I'm just tired, that's all. We saw the CPU performing 14,000. So it went up to 14,000. And if I remember correctly, the LOQ was performing 7840 last year's CPU per champion. It was 12,000 something in the best category. Okay. So yeah, there is a significant enough difference, and there is one more difference, and I basically ignored it, but here it is in front of your screen right now. This time the SSD is actually giving Gen 4 speeds. At least the 1 TB higher thing one. Okay, so at this time, no more jokes. And one more thing, after going inside the laptop, which I had to do because, opening up, it's not that difficult once you figure out how to. But it was kind of a pain. Once you prop up the one part of it, it was easy. And after that, what they have done is you can see this standoff. Earlier, if you remember in the last LQ, there was the problem of you could not install a whole size SSD if it had chips on both the side, and then it did not need to have because this would actually bend the SSD. Now you can easily just take the standoff out and just install it to the side and keep it to the side. They even have put a place there for that. Opening up the laptop and the thermal compound. This is the GPU and the CPU. I couldn't figure out why this CPU was thermal throttling, but yeah, it is what it is. And I just installed the RTX MX6. That's all. There was some performance difference, power difference, not as much. Anyways, so moving on, all I have done is ran benchmarks and everything. Summing up, the audio is basically not that good. Audios are simply like the last year's iPad. Oh yeah, there is one more thing. I have to get a final word from Lenovo on this. I will actually mail them or call them out. But I was very mad about this. If you see, if you look closely here, did I show it or did I not show it? I sweared a lot. I remember that. I don't remember if I showed it actually or not. Yeah, you see this point? Yeah, here it says Lenovo. On this nut, it says Lenovo. So I immediately took the pen and I destroyed it as much as I could. I just want to see what Lenovo can do. Okay, I want to hear them say, "Oh, your warranty is good." I want to see them try. So after doing that, uh, the CPU did not go as low as I expected it to, but at least it was not. Oh yeah, I was able to turn off the laptop due to high temps yesterday. Okay, GPU temps and all things were not fine. Okay, here are the Cinebench scores. I did not write down the Cinebench 2024 scores. Here are the Cinebench 2024 scores of this laptop. Let me read it for you. 119 for single, 1274 for multi, and 10,000 something for 10,000 something for GPU. Okay, what else did we run? There are a lot of benchmarks. The point I did like 3D mark scores, the temperatures. I like the temperatures. Temperature is not an issue, and since the CPU is not, as you can see here, in long-term load, you will see the CPU is not. It hits 130 watts. That is right. It immediately hits 130 watt, 140 watts. It can hit it, but after just a few, maybe 1 minute, it immediately drops to its 80, 85 watts. Okay. The laptop in the BIOS, there is an option. It's called Lenovo CPU optimization. I don't know why they named it that, but it's basically it unlocks CPU overclocking. Okay, and here is all the multiplier. You can do it all from here. However, I downloaded XTU. This is next thing on my agenda. Okay, to underhold the CPU both for extended battery and both for even lower temps. And maybe I have been trying to figure out for 2 days how to keep the power sustained for so long. I have not been able to. Okay, and it feels like I will take forever. I will contact Lenovo. Let's see what they say. Why is the CPU not, hitting its complete thing? Question is, that's not the point of the video. Question is this a worthy upgrade? Yes, I would say immediately it is. It is a worthy upgrade over the 13620H. Okay. In terms of almost everything, I would say. Okay. The thing is that even if we only take the uh, 50 55 watt of the CPU, or maybe the 90 95 watts that it can sustain for a long period of time, its score are significant enough, at least in Cinebench. The scores are significant enough that it can be considered an excellent upgrade. Now, there are no AMD laptops here. That's because they have removed it. So we are stuck with 14, 13 Intel. I really know Intel बचवा के मानोगे नहीं. Come on, man, I really need those new AMD laptops. Someone please get it and make benchmarks. I really need to decide. But for then, until we have that laptop, here is one laptop that you can consider. That is between these two. Okay. But the performance, R23, yeah, this performance is even better than the Legion Slim 5, Legion Slim. For now, this will stay here. Okay, I would say this is my recommended laptop. Battery, I do not know. And can I keep those CPU power sustained? Can I hit more numbers? So basically, overclocking and battery, I do not know. It is on my agenda for the next 2 3 days. Okay, I will do that surely. But here it is, yeah. If you are ready to buy it, you can contact me now. And once again, this is going to be a CTO order, customized order only. Laptop will be 122791 when you will do this, but after discount cashback, it will ultimately be 104.3 or 107.363 with cashback. If that special offer that I have talked in the earlier videos is still here, you might get it for 104, including the ADP. If it's not, then it's 107. So do compare your options with it. I'm not saying that this is your only option. Do compare your options with these, and if you want to buy this one, or any other laptop, just ping me on Insta. That is what I mainly do right now. I think I should pay Instagram some money for using their service for this long. Oh yeah, this is not the laptop's camera. I have still not been able to figure out how to use that. I wanted this video to be 2 minutes long. See you tomorrow.